Welcome to the 802 Scoop weekly wrap up here, filming live from the Inside Scoop Studios. With us tonight, we do have a special guest from Under Attack, Christian Triana.
You got it.
All right, nice to meet you. And of course, we always have the ever lovely Raylene.
Good evening.
How are you guys doing this evening?
Good.
I'm doing okay. Came in here on two wheels, like always.
That's okay.
One Thursday night a month, I blow in a hair on two wheels.
That's that planning commission you got.
I know. Important stuff.
It sure is. So we wanted to have Christian come down and tell us about the thing that he's doing for Playground 2000.
Exactly. A fundraiser, this is like part two, because you've
done quite a few.
This is our second.
This is your second one.
Yep. So the first one we did at the end of September.
Yep.
And that was outside up at Playground 2000 on the tennis courts, and that was really fun. We didn't get a chance to do a ton of advertising, so I think it slipped through the cracks for a lot of people. And we actually just got a lot of people who just happened to be driving by as basketball and football games, or I think it was football games were ending, and people were just joining. But we raised a couple $100, and it was just the start of something, and we wanted to do it again. So we reached out to Tom Baker. I think Tom Baker.
Brian Baker?
City manager?
Tom Lozon?
No, Nicholas, and then Tom
Lozon?
Is the mayor? No?
New facilities director.
It might be
Tom
Baker.
Baker.
I can't remember what his name is. I know it's Baker because
I
it's
think
Brian Baker's.
So yeah.
Yep.
So we've been dealing with him, and he basically told us, actually at first we asked for a discount on the Barry Auditorium basement, and he said, you guys can just have it for free. I was like, great.
Yeah, if you're raising money like that for
Exactly.
the city, I would assume, yes.
So, he basically told us that, with all the floods and everything, that there's no real plan to fix the playground anytime soon. So that was definitely the big one for the first one, and that's why we're going to keep on doing it. The tire swings are $758 a piece, and the first level slide there that has been broken for years now is, I can't remember exactly what he said, but I think it's $4,000.
4,000.
4,000.
Just for the slide.
Just for the slide. And a lot of that is actually just the shipping cost. The actual slide itself is, I think, only $2,500, but it's just a massive thing to have shipped. It's absolutely crazy. But that's our goal.
So you're doing the Nerf Blaster Wars and a bake sale.
Yes.
For this one.
Yes.
And what day is it again? Because I don't have it in front of me.
Saturday, December 21st at the Barry Auditorium. We're going to be in the basement. I'm not sure if there's anything going on the same day on the gym floor. There might be. But we will be down there from 12 to 5. $1 suggested donation. I mean, if you don't have $1, we're not going to turn anybody away. Come play. We highly recommend people to bring their own blasters this time, because the last time we lost quite a few. So,
yeah.
Unfortunately, this time we will not be providing our expensive ones.
And I'm going to drop the link to your page, your Facebook page, in our comments right now.
Awesome.
For folks to go ahead and take a look at that after the show. So that's pretty cool. So let's talk about this Nerf thing, right?
Sure.
So I may or may not have done a little bit of, studying before I came down. And I saw a guy like soup up that Nerf pew pew. That's what we're going to call it, the pew pew.
Blaster.
Yep.
It's a blaster.
Oh, blaster, sorry.
Yeah,
A Nerf blaster. And it definitely did a number on some ballistic.
Absolutely. So modified blasters can reach easily, 300 feet per second, which is paintball gun speed.
Well, he was trying to, I want to say break the sound barrier.
That-
if the whip makes a noise, that means it broke the sound barrier, right?
That is wild. I have not seen that.
I have not
believe
seen
it
that
though.
as well.
He used compressed air and everything else. So, yeah, that was definitely not the type of equipment that you have, correct?
Not what we are going to be using, and not
Okay,
what we use
okay.
for our business, and not what we're going to be using at the fundraiser.
With little kids, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Actually, to add to that, from 2 to 3 is specifically going to be for kids 6 and under.
Oh, nice.
So,
Which is nice. So Christian and his family came to an event that I had at the Den, the
Yep.
fundraiser for James Brown. And the kids, it was just such an amazing added addition because it meant that families could bring their kids with them and the kids also had something to enjoy. Well, we were doing music and raffle and this and that and the other thing inside. The kids had something to do and join in as well. And that meant that more people got to participate. They didn't have to find daycare for the day, whatever. And so it's just this, I think this is an amazing addition. So here I'm giving you a plug here, big time, because it's true. It's an amazing addition to have at events because you have that. It's kind of like, okay, Christian's the daycare provider, and his
Yep.
team are the daycare providers for the time. But it really does make that much of a difference when you think, even if everybody kicks in towards having him there as well, it's still going to be less expensive than you having a daycare for the night, having a babysitter for the night. And it means that you can all go together. And maybe there's parts of the function you want to enjoy as a family, but then there's separation. And so it's just really cool. It was cool. All of the kids had so much fun. And to watch them, to get the pictures of them, all of that stuff. It was a lot of fun. And so for anybody thinking that they might want to go to the auditorium, I highly recommend it. I did not participate.
there were a few adults.
Yeah, there were a few adults. I myself did not participate in that whole thing, but why not?
Absolutely. All ages. Nerf has no age whatsoever.
Right, it's just fun.
So at the first one we did, the first 2 people to show up was a couple in their, I want to say, early 50s. Mm-hmm. And they both had, I honestly wish I had asked their names, but they both had like long blasters and they were both just completely decked out and they played for 2 hours straight.
Oh my.
With all the kids. And at one point, the gentleman got on a knee behind a bunker, and all of a
said,
sudden,
I give.
No, he said, I can't get up. He said, I hurt my knee. I have bad knees, and I can't get up. And we had to ring the bell and stop the game, and we had to go over there. And my mother was volunteering there, who was a LNA, and we LNA lifted him up to stand him up again, and then he played for another half an hour. So. And he was running around shooting little kids, and me, I was playing too. But like I said, there's no age. It's always disappointing when we do birthday parties and stuff, and like you have all these dads sitting around who are like, yeah, all right, gung ho, and then they don't play.
Right, yeah.
So I'm fascinated by this. So how long? Because I started seeing you making comments I think in the Berry City community fan page.
Yep.
and posting on there. So how long have you been doing this?
We started in February, like the very beginning of February was when we officially opened up and started doing business. And we had our first party the very beginning of March. We did our first party on 2 feet of snow after one of those crazy snowstorms. And we have just been going nonstop
I
ever
think
since.
it was at my neighbor. Well, you did one at my
that
neighbor's
was
house.
that was the
across-
Tabors?
No,
no, not Tabor.
Acres. Acres.
Josh,
Acres.
Acres. Yeah, Acres. Yeah. Seeing all the
Yep.
kids out there playing in the snow
Yep,
was super
that was
cool.
our very first party, and
Nice.
it was absolutely amazing, and it's just been a steamrolling train ever since. We actually had to kind of take December off because it was just getting too crazy. We did so many in September, October, and November that we just needed a break, except for the fundraiser.
So what made you decide to, I mean, it's difficult to, in today's society, it's difficult to start a business in general.
Absolutely.
And, so what made you like wake up one morning and, what, I'm going to start using Nerf blasters, Nerf blasters, not pew-pews.
So I had other ideas for business that I wanted to start, and they were all sort of like combat sport related. Like aero tag is another one that's kind of big. There was this other product they had with like swords that were like had like magnets in them that kind of registered hits. But then I started just doing some research, and I mean, my sons and I we all live playing Nerf. Actually, all my kids work with me. I take one of them each time. I pay them, and they do all of the work there like a real employee. Even Eleanor, she's an absolute ninja at Nerf. But so we already had that base with Nerf, and it was just like just looking it up. There's nobody in Vermont who does it.
Really?
So I'd hate to say that was like a big reason for it, but there's literally nobody.
Well, and that certainly helps when you're out there and you're starting, you're starting out. It's certainly awesome that you could be the one that makes this all catch on, because it really is fun. He's got all of these big beanbag type.
Yep, they're like
That's what they are, giant.
inflatable. They're like air bunkers. Yes.
It's just really cool.
Yep.
And one of the best parts is like how much pain does it cause when you get hit with a Nerf?
It depends.
It's very little.
Very little.
But I mean,
versus paintballs.
oh, paintball is extremely dangerous. I have like
Yeah.
PTSD from like playing woods ball with a bunch of like, 40-year-old guys when I was 12, and getting shot in the face and the arms. That leaves like volcano-sized welts on you
Yeah.
that you'll never forget.
I've had multiple people try to get me to play paintball, and I'm like, getting
No.
hurt doesn't sound like a really fun thing.
It's kind of
and
died
I'm
off.
a baby. I'm a total baby, as I was telling
Yes, you are.
folks, as I was telling Raylene and Christian before we started, I got my tetanus shot, and my arm hurts. It hurts really bad, and I got it yesterday. So I can't imagine doing the welts of the paintball.
Still getting shot with a blaster in like the lip area.
Yeah, or the eye.
It will definitely hurt. And I remember at the
Yeah.
den there, the little boy, he probably got shot in the face about 5 times. Cried every single time, but then
he would go right back.
Go
out
right back
there.
for more,
James'
5 minutes
son,
later,
Wyatt.
yes.
He just kept going right back after more. He'd come in,
Yep.
let us all know, but then he was right back out
and
there.
a lot of kids are like that. They'll take it, and we tell them no shame, no tear. There's no shame in tears. Take a break, whether we have to pause the game or not, and then they're usually right back into it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it is super cool, and I just, like I said, I just think it's a really good addition to functions too. Like if you're doing
Yeah,
a family
absolutely.
reunion or even a wedding. I mean, and then you're doing it a family thing, and you just would like the kids to be not a part of that. If there's space outside or something.
We had somebody reach out
It's-
about a wedding recently, and it
Yeah.
was like that nothing came of it. We weren't sure if they wanted it for the kids or for the adults.
And you were at the Heritage Festival, correct?
Unfortunately,
No.
we were not.
You were not.
So
Maybe next year though.
I hope so. I have nothing against the Berry Partnership, but we just told them that they wanted to put us down by the kid area.
Oh, okay.
And we told them, we're like, we can't do that. We can't have darts flying with people without glasses. And
Yeah.
we wanted to do it in Courier Park, and they told
Wow.
us, the traffic redirection and stuff, and people crossing the street would be too much. And I mean, we disagreed, but obviously,
Well, maybe next year, Depot
Maybe we can do something else.
in the parking lot
Yeah.
yeah.
out here or something.
Oh, that's not a bad
Actually,
I
idea.
mean,
that
we
would
have
be-
the courtyard. and
Right.
We have. There are spaces where it could certainly maybe happen where it was a little more secluded, and yeah.
Absolutely. I think that would be great.
We'll have to work with you on.
Yeah, on
Right.
doing that.
I'll harass Tracy. We'll figure something out, definitely.
Because it's understandable
yeah.
on both sides of,
Right.
of it, the whole
Right.
thing.
No,
so-
yeah, we completely understood why.
Yeah.
Because I know, what was it, 2 Halloweens ago when
Yeah.
the kid
Yeah,
got
we had a
hit,
problem. Yeah.
and people are going slow. So even up there, people are going slow. Kid can still get hit. Like
Right.
we understood.
Yep. So that's the thing. So we'll have to work on that though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
cool
if
thing.
if somebody wanted to schedule you, what would they do?
So they should message us on Facebook. They can email us at underattackrentals@gmail.com. They can go to our website, www.under-attack.net. And that also has our email and phone number on there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We are, like I said, booked out and done for 2024. We're booking into 2025 already until April. We've got like repeat schools for June already and stuff. So if you want a party, you better get it now because it's going to be gone. And also, we're starting a new business that is jewelry making parties because my daughter and I love to make jewelry.
Oh.
That's called Above the Table. And so that is going to directly compete with all of those very precious Saturdays. So
Yeah.
if you have a party, get it now.
Yep. Call ahead. Call now.
Call
Are you
ahead.
doing Jace's birthday party for my friend that I had call you? Kara Williams
at
called
the
you.
and we're
Yep.
gonna do it at the den in the basement.
Yep. Nice.
Yep. January. And also we have the Barry Nerf Club. Last plug.
Yes. The Barry Nerf Club.
Nerf Club.
That's what I was going to bring up
We've
too.
started it. We had our first iteration a couple months ago. We tried to do it for older kids with only half dart blasters, which are more powerful and hurt a lot more. There were some issues there. And we gave up on that and went on hiatus for a little bit. But now we've reemerged from the ashes as the BDC, the Barry Dart Club. That is our Facebook page. We are meeting once a month, usually on a Saturday at Playground 2000, like Rotary Park area. Yeah, ages 8 and up, and we are only using regular length darts. We are like open to like people like modifying them, and there are like more powerful blasters than regular Nerf blasters that you can get now. Nerf is not
so
the only
get
company.
some gear.
Yeah, we have safety glasses.
Yep.
We don't bring all of the inflatable bunkers. We bring our solid barrel bunkers because they're easy to set up and break down. Everybody has to sign a waiver. That includes the city of Barrie because it's on public property. We didn't even ask Barrie about that. We just did it anyways, just to be safe. Yeah, it's not a free club. I will say that as well. Darts are very expensive. All the stuff we want to hopefully get for the future is also going to cost. So it is $8 a month, which is almost nothing. I know.
Pretty good.
Your first one is also free. You want to come and try it
it
out
out.
and see if it works, you do not have to pay. You only have to fill out a waiver, which is a digital one that you can do right there. A parent must be there. Please do not drop off your kids. We are not equipped for that. We had an issue with that, the very first one, and we had to politely tell some kids that they couldn't play, which was unfortunate, and we felt bad, but we are not equipped to have unattended minors at this point. hopefully in the future,
For
if we
that,
get,
yeah.
if we get big enough and have enough people and responsible background checked adults, maybe. But that's way down the line.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Super cool. I think that you guys should get like a men's team together. I really do. Just because I think it would be hysterical. I mean, guys against the girls or something.
I'd love to see some
would be
firefighters
super
and
fun.
police officers show up to the Ho 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 Showdown. I'd love that. I mean, our whole theme is red versus blue. So what better than, BPD versus BFD?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be dressed up as Santa Claus, too. The entire time.
And that's for the fundraiser?
That's for the fundraiser.
That's for the fundraiser on the 21st.
Absolutely.
I think it'd be super cool. I'm just saying. So I think it's great that you guys are doing this. I think it's a great addition to the community. And like I said, if I have to plan more events, more benefits, more things, and you guys were great to me because it was a benefit, they'll be like a part of anything I can have them a part of, because it made a huge difference to be able to have that so that a whole family could come.
Nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
So,
Well,
yeah.
with that, so you can stick around as we talk shop,
Or you
but I
can-
don't want you to feel like you have to stick around.
Right, you can.
I might stick around for a little bit because I am curious about some of those things.
Some of the things that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, you know.
So
where do we wanna start?
We can get into a little bit of trouble occasionally here on the,
I've seen.
802 Scoop and.
Well, where
and-
do we want to start? We'll start right here. So let's start with last night's city council meeting.
There
Or
was no
t-
city
Tuesday
council.
nights.
You want to talk
Tuesday
about the
nights.
school board meeting that lasted 6 minutes?
Yeah, because of the weather. No.
No.
Or why?
Because I made it move quickly. It was 6 minutes.
Did you get upset and just
I wasn't
call the
upset.
meeting? Huh?
I wasn't upset. There was a open meeting law violation that another board member filed against the board, and it went pretty quickly. It went very quickly.
Oh, so the only thing on the agenda was that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So good. 6 minutes. It was crappy weather. I'm glad that you got
yeah.
in and out.
6 minutes. I was very happy.
Perfect.
That is probably the
Record
shortest
time.
meeting I have ever attended in 14 years of serving the city. Shortest meeting. And
Well,
it was like
If you're going to go down in history, you might as well go down in history for something good, right?
6 minutes.
6 minutes.
And that was including the time to have the Pledge of Allegiance, also public comment, the mindfulness moments,
Well, damn.
and round table, all within 6 minutes. And it was a contentious issue that didn't get very.
Didn't get all that contentious. It just got dealt with. So that sounds like it's a great meeting to me. Hey, as long as it got dealt with, right? Yeah. Tuesday night council meeting, same thing. There was some stuff. I was concerned that things were going to be really. I was waiting. I was happy that people chose to stay silent, because had there been any negative,
Well, there was though, right?
well, no, not by the council, not
Yeah.
not by the council. There was not. So, but had there been any negative in regards to the effort, that would have been like over the top. I think that's when, then that's when you could truly say, okay, this is off the hook here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that, and I haven't talked to you about this, but I sent you the article from 2005, and because which references Christmas for Kids.
Yes.
And I'm contemplating it, and I'll have to talk to you about it, and we can see what people say in the chat whether or not we should. Is just do
Read
like
the
an
article.
actual. Well, a history of and dive deep into this, because because one of the things that frustrates me about this situation is the whole Christmas thing, right? First of all, I don't, honestly, me personally, even as a Christian, I mean, I think of Christmas, it's not necessarily, I think more of the trappings. I talk about, the fact is that Jesus wasn't born and
right.
January 24th or 5th. He wasn't.
Right.
I mean, he was born
December,
probably what?
right.
The 29th or something of like September. And, the Christmas tree, it's a pagan idol. Straight up. It's a pagan idol. The Yuletide log, all that stuff it's more of a cultural thing in our society.
Right.
I know someone who's a good friend of mine who's Jewish, and he celebrates Christmas. Not because of Christ, but because it's a time for the family to
It's
come
the
together.
joy of it
And
all.
it really is. And people
that's what
are
it
just
is for me.
generally speaking like nicer this time of year in general. And
Well,
there's a reason
most.
for that. Most of it. But it's
There's still the assholes out there.
there are, and I can be one of those too. And
Well,
and
me
it's
too. But
yeah, Sue Ann, it was definitely 6 minutes as well. I'd highly recommend watching it.
yeah,
It's one of the only school board meetings I would recommend watching just because it's only 6 minutes long.
right, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that it's turned into this. And I'll just, my personal opinion is that, I just, whatever, get over it. It's
Mine
a
too.
cultural thing,
Well,
and
and
if
we
you don't
don't
like
need-
if you don't like the culture that is what's here, then do what you want to do.
Right.
You
You don't have to celebrate it. You don't have to be a part of it.
Well, I mean, you don't even have to. Oh my goodness, I don't want to get into this right now. Now that I'm just because it really does piss me off.
It pisses me off too.
But I'll just say this: we went
Right,
there because
if you
we
want me to
do.
respect you, respect me, because why do I have to stop what I'm doing to be respectful to you?
Right. It's
How does that work?
right.
Who's going to respect me? Anybody?
So
I don't understand.
I'll just say that this whole process I
It's
have
straight
been
up bullshit.
Yes, well, it is, but this whole process has just been me doing, and Jason doing, Jen Carbonneau doing, Katie
Katie.
doing the same thing that has been done for the last 25 years.
Right.
And only now is there a problem.
Hmm.
So I don't know what's changed, and that's not true because it was starting to become a problem last year.
Right, exactly.
But
we
the
know
council
what's
completely
changed. We know
changed.
what has changed.
Right,
And, it's,
so-
and that's what's bullshit.
Correct. So that being said, the process of going before the council to invite, I did it from the council seat, come to the council coin drop.
Right.
I did that every single year as a counselor. And then afterwards, I would say, give a kind of a status update on what had happened. So what had happened is we raised on Saturday between the council, the
Coin
Christmas
drop.
for Kids coin drop, and the money that was raised up at the MMA fight,
And the donor
it was
box,
and the
right?
donor. No, not the donor box.
not the donor box.
No, that was like $6,700. Donor box brought in an additional $2,250.
Wonderful.
And of course, Tom, the most amazing man in the world, brought in, by
Almost
shaking the
$7,000,
trees, by $7,000.
Yeah.
And I just got a text message earlier today from Jason, and I think the amounts were like $3,000 additional dollars, which is like phenomenal. People
Yeah,
like
almost
Rich
$20,000.
McSheffrey sent in money, and
Yeah.
I mean I can pull up the
Yeah,
I'll pull
almost
up the
$20,000 was raised, and or maybe 20,000 now. It's just it's incredible to see, and what it boils down to as well is that the council doesn't have to be a part of it if they do. So this doesn't have to be a council coin drop. It can just be Christmas for kids.
Yeah.
And we can do, uh, we know that Tom is always going to support it no matter what.
Yep.
And we know that the community as a whole supports it by what donations were. And not only our community, but surrounding communities, people driving from Williamstown, Berlin, Orange, Washington, surrounding counties and towns that are coming through the city, how much they support it as well. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't stop, they would just drive through.
Right.
And people do just drive through, and that's okay. You don't have to do it.
I will say that one thing that Jen and I were lamenting on, and something that I do want to put out there, if you own a Jeep, okay, if you own a Jeep, you need to, like, when you see Christmas for kids, you need to specifically stop and give money. Her and I are Jeep owners, and we were very troubled over the lack of involvement from other Jeep owners. And it was very disturbing to us. It was very disturbing. I will also say,
Well, maybe you should have brought your ducks. Next year, I'll give you each a basket of ducks to give to the Jeep owners, who maybe will then stop to get their duck.
yeah.
How's that?
I have a
I'll get
duck
you
for
little,
you.
I'll get you little ducks with Christmas hats. How's that?
Would you like the duck that you gave me?
No, I have a whole box of those.
Oh, do you
And I won't give those to you to give out.
You know what she did? She gave me a duck, which is flipping me off,
Ah, beautiful.
which I love it, and I keep it in my Jeep.
I have a whole box of them.
Were you guys like specifically counting the Jeep owners that like weren't stopping?
Oh yeah, 90% of Jeep owners did
90%?
not. About 90% did not stop. We were so disappointed.
It's all
but
the
you
angry
know,
guys.
but so 10% stopped, 90% did not. But you know, on a higher level, 90% of vehicles that stopped, stopped and gave money. You want to try to guess which vehicle it was? Duck you too,
A
Glenn.
Toyota. Toyota.
No. Well, no, it wasn't necessarily a vehicle. There was something special about the vehicle that caused, we don't know what it was, but about 90% of plow trucks stopped.
Well, they have all that cash from riding around plowing driveways and stuff in their car.
That's true.
A lot of people don't carry cash anymore.
No,
or
true,
change.
true.
So you have to specifically plan. Like,
So
you know,
that's
I
what
knew
we're-
my dad was going down to the dump, and I said to him, "They're doing the coin drop in the city," and he said, "Oh, I better bring some ones then." And he went back in the house to get a few bucks to give at the coin drop.
That was harsh, Patty. That was harsh. But you're correct.
What? What?
You got to save for the parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I'm not going to deny, as someone that just spent like $2,000 on my, tie rods. Yeah, no,
Is that
that's
Patty
true.
O'Neill?
Yeah.
Hi, Patty. I hope you're doing okay, honey. Patty has had some back surgery and really gone through some serious hell with that. So has had several back surgeries, and we just actually, I donated and then shared a GoFundMe that is set up for her. I'm not sure that she even knows it's set up, but she needs some equipment in her home, and I hope that can happen for her because she gives a lot. She, sorry, tell me which department that you're on. I always want to say Middlesex, but I don't. I think I'm wrong. Maybe Waitsfield, but has helped in as EMT and with all kinds of different projects over time for years, and now she needs us. So, yeah, that kind of stuff sucks. Never mind having it happen after the flood of 23 when her home was pretty much destroyed, and she went through total hell with that, and now she's dealing with all of this too. She just needs to catch a break. Patty does.
Well, she's still alive, and that's
Yes, she is.
a bonus. That's
And I
what
love
she's
her.
saying.
I love her. She's a good lady.
So, and I did get the message back from Jason. It was Gusto's gave money, Morrison and Clark, and Rich McSheffrey gave.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
And
that
Rich has-
that was, I think that was in the tune of $3,000 between them all.
That is wonderful.
3,200.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Absolutely amazing.
just
So anyway,
oh,
no matter
might have been
what,
4,000.
Christmas for Kids is going on.
Yeah,
It will
it was-
continue. We'll just change the banner. Yipes makes great banners, and they'll always willing to do them for us in a jiffy. And we'll just remove city council from the banner. We'll just make it
And-
say Christmas for Kids going forward, just in case there's a council that doesn't agree.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what will end up happening is that it'll just remove the council thing because
Right.
although
And
what
counselors that want to participate can.
right, and what'll end up happening is that on the years that the council wants to participate as the council, we can put the Christmas for
We
Kids.
put the old
council-
banner up.
Yes,
Yep. We have more than one banner, and that's what we'll do.
that's right.
But it's
that's
not.
right.
We're not going to. If you want us to respect what you celebrate, what you believe in, who you are, what you do. If you want that respect, show us that same respect.
But I don't. The whole believing thing. I don't. Again, I get back to
right, it's
the
not a religious
original.
thing.
It's not
just joy. But
so-
most of those people don't believe in joy. I'm just telling you that right now. The only joy that is gotten by most of those people is making us feel like shit. That brings them joy. That's what I've
Absolutely.
decided.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So again, I'll just go back to my original comment, which is Christmas is more of a cultural thing than it is a religious thing, in my opinion, based on what I see. What I see is church attendance dropping dramatically. And even on Christmas, I mean, my church, we have a lot of people that come in on Christmas. It is packed to the gills on Christmas Eve because we have a Christmas Eve service. And, it's just, the religious aspect of Christmas is just not there. Our society in general is not a religious society.
No.
And quite frankly, I think that's detriment to our society.
Me too.
Because our Constitution
Things have
is
gone
wildly
really-
unable
and
to.
things have gone really crazy since if you really think about it, as we have taken it away from, a lot has changed and a lot has gone really wrong.
Yeah.
And I say it to you, I say it to a lot of people all the time. We really need to go backwards before we can go forward,
Yeah.
and maybe even a long way backward. Because right now we're going straight to a place that I don't ever
Certainly.
want to go.
Certainly is not working the route that we're taking.
No,
But
it's not.
it anyway. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe we'll do some deep dive in the future.
Well, yes, we
on a berry
we
beat, maybe.
actually we are going to do some deep dives because we are going to start in January. We're going to start doing what we call Faithful Fridays.
Oh,
And we are going to work with several different churches. Some who are more of I don't know that you want to call it faith-based, really. They're community-based. They're just a community-based church that is open to all, and as is the majority of churches anyway now. What? Are there any here that are not open to all anymore? I don't think so. I think they are. And so, but we're gonna have different people in every Friday. So there's gonna be different groups coming in, different discussions, different studies, different,
Nice.
going back in the history of things, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that whole, and we're working it out now. I know that you have some people that want to maybe have that discussion about joining in. I know Trey Cates is on board. I know that Carrie Freiberg from the Congregational is on board. She wants to be a part of it. So I think that,
I've got some for you too, honestly.
yeah, I think,
Huh?
Absolutely.
yeah, I think it's going to be good for us to kind of be able to have those discussions and get back to some of those roots, and because we need it,
Yeah.
we need help. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well,
Who knows how all that will go down, because how, I mean, it is what it is. That's what we do here. Yeah, I'm a Republican and I'm atheist, but I believe in something. I just don't know that I believe in God.
so just so you know, that's agnostic.
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 So, see,
Atheist
I have
means you
something.
don't believe at
So,
all,
well, no, I believe in something.
which is agnostic. You
I
just don't know what it is.
what I believe in.
Yeah,
Right.
agnostic.
Do I believe in? Because, there have been many situations in my life where I've said there can't possibly be, because if there was, then how would that happen to a small little baby or
So,
different things in life have brought me to that. But then there are other times where I talk to friends of mine who are very deep into the religions, and all different ones, by the way, like Seventh-day Adventists, Baptists, Christian, Mormons even. And all of them will tell me their little piece of why they think whatever. And it rents space in my head for sure.
well, I'll just say this. We talk about bad things happening in our society, and why would an almighty, awesome, and amazing God allow that to happen? And the issue comes down to free choice, right? Free will.
Right.
That He allows us to do that, and unfortunately, there's consequences. When if you drop an apple, it will fall, right? It's a natural consequence, and there's natural consequences to bad decisions, and it's unfortunate, but it's also,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, we could certainly have that conversation sometime.
Right. Someday, somehow, we'll have that conversation.
Maybe I can convince you to come to my church.
But not now. Maybe. You want your church to stay standing up, right?
Oh, I am afraid of it burning down if you come in.
Thanks, Michael, for your vote of confidence.
Hey, I'm just stating truth. I love you.
All right. I'm not that bad. Oh, gosh. But anyway, good Lord, you're so good.
So tomorrow, Veggie Van Gogh.
Yes, which is a little bit early this month. And I
Yeah.
think that they're doing that
Chris-
because of the holiday.
Yeah.
So
That terrible word.
yeah, Veggie Van Gogh, 9 to 10:30. Same thing as always. You just drive up. You don't have to get out of your car. You drive around the building, around the backside of the building. You get in the line. You tell them how many families you are able to pick up for other families. I think you can pick up a total of 4, so yourself and 3 others, because some people are working and can't get
Right.
there, or they're without transportation. So you can help out. You just pull around, tell them that, and they load your trunk. They load your car for you.
And there's no check or anything like
No,
that. They
there's
don't.
no-
It's just you pull up, you get the food.
Yep, you pull up, you get the food, and that's it. Plain and simple, period. You pull up, you get the food. Yeah. And I mean, awesome that they do that. They do it once a month, and thank goodness that is here for us, right?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that benefit from it. So my phone is stuck in.
So there's Wizards of Winter at the Barrie Opera House, back by popular demand at 8 p.m. tomorrow. And then, of course, we have the Winter Bazaar. The Planetary Art Institute and One Arts presents the Winter Bazaar, and that's in Middlesex, Vermont, Sunday at 12 p.m. And all this information can be found on the
Right on.
802 Scoop.
Yeah, right
So
on the 802
go right on over there. I noticed that you talked about overdose decreases.
Yes, because so that is something that's been in the news a lot lately, and this is another touchy subject with me, and I hate it that they say there's a decrease in overdose. So there's a decrease in overdose death, and there's a reason for that, and that is called Narcan. There isn't but a decrease in overdose is a straight up lie. There's probably actually an increase in overdose, especially this year. Just the amount of them that I know about is insane, and in literally a week's time. And I just hate that they continue to report them that way. To run an agenda. No, you're not doing anything wonderful around here that is helping. Yes, you're helping decrease death. That's what you're helping decrease. But you're not doing jack shit when it comes to making sure that there's not increased amounts of opioids in this city, in this state, in this country. You're not doing jack shit to make sure that the numbers of actual overdoses hasn't gone up tremendously. That's what I say to the government. And I hate that they like use that as, it's rhetoric. It's rhetoric because it's a straight up lie. Unless they want to put the word death after it, but they don't.
Right.
They only want to tell part of the story. And part of the story is that we are fortunate enough to have Narcan that saves people's lives. That's what we are fortunate enough to do. But that's all I want to say about that, because I get a little bit heated about that subject.
Well, we can pivot a bit and talk about Vermont cannabis company claims state laws violate free speech. So I'm just going to tell you, folks, I hate to inform you of this. As of today, it's illegal. The state can say it's not illegal, but it's illegal. There's a reason why. It's a cash business. I don't think you can go in and buy marijuana with a credit card, can you?
It depends on which. So there are places that take cards, but it depends on what kind of card. So
Because it's illegal.
right, well, because so a bank card, certain bank cards are, you're insured by the.
Thank you, Glenn.
They're a federal agency, so. There are some cards that you can use, but you cannot use all cards.
Right.
No.
And the
and
reason
not
why.
very many places take them.
And the reason
I
why.
only know one.
The reason why is because it's illegal.
Yeah.
Even if Vermont says it's not illegal, it's illegal.
Unless you have medical status.
It's kind of like your 7-year-old saying, "Hey, I want some alcohol," and you're like, "Okay, here, have some alcohol." In your house, you can drink all the alcohol you want, 7-year-old, but it's still illegal.
I don't know that it's that extreme, but yeah.
Okay, 16-year-old. 16-year-old. Is that better?
Yeah, because
So
we
for
were
folks
all
that
doing
don't
that
know,
in our
I
houses
don't-
when we were 16. I'm just saying right now.
For
If you say
those
you
that
didn't,
don't,
you're lying
what?
that you never drank in your house.
I mean,
I mean,
I don't know what you're talking
yeah.
about.
I did not miss that
Yeah, of course I
dispensary right
did.
outside of
Yeah.
Walmart at the mall. That was
Yeah.
a weird time.
Who among us haven't taken the bottle and put a little bit of water in to bring it up so they don't get caught?
Right, so they don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's illegal. And I think
Yeah.
that probably will change probably during this,
I think
the
so,
next
too.
4 years. I think that will probably change.
I think so, too.
Which, it's all good.
If
Let's
you have
take
medical status, it's
Well,
not.
you know what?
though.
I'll just say that I welcome the change so that we can actually get studies on it and see whether or not I'm right or wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
right. We watch.
don't
Wait for
know.
the studies, folks. Wait for the studies.
All right. Sure.
Wait for the studies. That's all I have to
Sure.
say.
I don't think
I
Barry
will say
needs 2
this.
dispensaries
Huh?
either. I don't think Barry needs 2 dispensaries.
No,
I'll say
probably
that.
not. I'll also say that if you're under the age of 25, you shouldn't be smoking marijuana because your brain is still developing. Probably shouldn't be drinking or voting either.
Well, you definitely shouldn't be voting unless you're 18.
I said 25.
25, that's a hard sell.
Yeah.
Should be
I mean,
17,
I could
remember?
I could probably make an argument
I'm
for
sorry,
like
if you-
35.
If you can go to the military, you should be able to do all of those things. That's my thought. If
I would make an
you can
exception.
go to war
I would make an exception for
at
that.
18. You
just
should be able to do all those other things.
I get it. I'm only jesting.
Just saying.
In
Just
my
saying.
opinion. Yes, in my opinion. Glenn.
Right, and that's
In my opinion.
Right,
But
we-
so anyway, the whole point that we went down this rabbit hole was to talk about the fact that, they can't advertise. You know what this is? You know what this is? This is the world's violin playing My Heart Bleeds for You.
Right.
Right? And the fact is it's illegal. So yes, you
Right.
can't advertise.
well, they can advertise in a way because they have social media.
So
Plenty of them advertise on social media, but you cannot run a television commercial or have an ad in the Times Argus. No, you cannot do that. But in this day and age, I say, do you really need it?
well, how about this? Are you allowed to do they do smoking ads?
I don't know. I mean, I
I don't think you're allowed to do
well, no,
cigarette
there's-
ads, are
I
there?
don't think no. I don't.
I
Think
don't
you're
think
allowed
so.
To, but I don't know if Facebook allows it or not. I have no idea. But there are certainly cannabis companies all over Facebook. You can like their pages and view all of their stuff, and they have websites. And in the day and age of, I just think that. I think that they're going to be just fine if they
The,
can't.
the U.S. government banned them, so you can't have cigarette ads. So I'm just, I'm just negative on pot. So
Yeah.
I've seen it affect people that I love. So I'll just make the comment that I don't feel my heart is not bleeding for you.
Your heart does not bleed, and that's all right. It doesn't have to.
Trust me, they don't need to advertise. If he's not getting business, it's because he's got shit for sale.
That's right. That's right. He sells shitty pot.
Glenn. Oh, we just freaked out
spooked
Leah. Good job, Glenn.
But yeah, yeah.
All right, moving on.
So you know it's Saturday, the American Legion Auxiliary. So December 14th is millions of veterans' wreaths will be placed across the United States, and local officials will also be placing wreaths for wreaths across America in our local cemeteries, and that happens this Saturday. So if you can reach out to the American Legion, the VFW Post 790 up in East Barry. Just reach out to see if maybe you can assist with that. I know that last year or the year before, they actually needed some help getting those out, getting them placed and stuff before Christmas. So, yeah, December 14th, that's what it is. So help out if you can. Super important.
Kind of want to talk about the posters in New York City with the X on them. and express my anger towards that whole situation, but I'm not going to.
With the murder
So
of the
moving
CEO.
on to
Okay.
the other thing, which we're kind of getting,
We're getting
a
deep in
little,
the shit tonight.
yeah, yeah.
And Michael's scared.
I'll just
Now
say,
Michael's getting nervous.
I'll just say that murder is bad. Is bad.
Yeah. Michael's getting
saying.
nervous now.
Murder's bad. Murder's bad. Anyway,
So,
so the
how about
meltdown,
yeah.
the fourth day,
Yeah.
and 12 days of Grinchmas. You want to
They
tell
give
me
a
about
prize
that?
out. Well, you have it up in front of you. I brought
Okay,
something else up.
we're making the season extra merry with 12 days of Christmas giveaways. For the next 12 business days, which this was back on the 4th, but today is the 4th day of it. So
Right.
So starting December 7th, we'll reveal a secret ticket number every day. If you've got the number on your
Every
ticket,
business day.
every
Yep.
business day.
Yep.
Business day?
Yep.
Okay. A number on your ticket, and when you eat in or take out, you'll get to pick a gift straight from the holiday sleigh. Do we have pictures of the holiday sleigh?
We do somewhere.
Okay.
They're on there, and the
Okay.
Grinch is there. And and did anybody win yet today? Do we know? Go to the Meltdown's Facebook page and see if they've picked their winner yet today.
Oh, well, give me a minute. I will
All right.
muscle on over there.
While you're hunting for that, I'll let you know that the City of Barrie Public Works Department has started a project for the sewer relining of North Main Street between Blackwell Street and 4th Street will be occurring overnight the week of, or next week between Monday, the 16th, and go straight through the 20th. So the 16th through the 20th, sewer relining. That doesn't sound fun
No.
at all.
Overnight.
And it sounds like it's going to be cold and yucky to be doing that. But residents in the area see the images. So there is a map posted. It's on 802 Scoop, and it's on the city Facebook page and website, as well as lots of other places. Are encouraged to limit unnecessary use of water, meaning toilet, showers, laundry, that kind of thing, during this time. So check the area, see if you're included in that, and then just try to be mindful of what you're using during that time as they're trying to get those pipes relined.
And there's no update
No update yet. So.
from the
yeah.
meltdown. But
So yeah.
anything pressing? We're pushing up against an hour.
I don't think so.
All right.
I don't think so. Unless, do you have anything?
Well,
I'm
let's
just here.
do one more pitch for the date and time of.
Of the fundraiser.
December 21st. Saturday, December 21st, 12 to 5 p.m., 2 to 3 p.m. is for kids 6 and under, if we have a glute of them, which being the first day of school vacation, I'm hoping we get a lot.
And there's a bake sale.
And a
that
bake
day.
sale.
And a big
I
thing.
forgot about the bake sale. Also, if you feel like you want to donate something, reach out to us. Even if you'd like to volunteer as well, we could even take some teenager volunteers who just want to like help keep score or help run the bake sale. That would definitely be a plus as well.
And of course, you're still hoping that the police and the fire department will show up and
I-
go at each other, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to reach out to them other than I don't think they're super active on social media. I know they have like a little bit of a presence, but man, would that be great if some
It would be-
firefighters
that
or
would
police
be
officers
fun.
show up.
It would be
Remind me to email or text message Nicholas and tell him that they should do that.
That
and I'll
would
do
be
that.
amazing.
fun. Yeah, I think it would be cool.
And Glenn says, don't forget the fundraiser tomorrow night.
Yes, the fundraiser, the Barrie City Republican fundraiser. So thank you, Glenn. That's all I've done all day is occupy myself with that. You'd think I would have remembered. And Glenn bought the final ticket that I well, from me. So I'm officially sold out of tickets. So I don't know if any of you have them left, but Glenn bought the last one. So tomorrow, 6 to 8, we'll be here at the studio. We will draw the winning ticket at around 6:30 or so, and we'll go live when we draw that. And some great prizes. We have crazy amounts of gift certificates, and we're going to have some hors d'oeuvres and snacks, and just hang out and visit down here at the studio, 185 North Main Street. And so you do not have to be present to win, but we would love to see you. Come on in, join us, see the studio space. You can, and then also, just hang out here with us for a little bit.
Yep. And then, of course, not to forget to mention, as Chris Fletcher points out, Jeepmas on Saturday.
On Saturday.
So we'll definitely be live streaming the Jeepmas parade at
Probably
some point.
not going to be in the parade. I'm not anyway. I don't know how that's all going to work out. But I've had some family emergency come up, and I will not be able to be riding in the parade on Saturday. But I really appreciate the fact that you're going to go live and make sure that people that can't get down here can still do that.
Yeah, I'll probably go live up there because I'll probably bring Leah with me.
Yeah.
We'll go traveling, listening to
Yeah, go up to the mall, and then
Mariah
you'll come
Carey.
down here and wait for them to come down Main
I'll
Street,
do-
or will you just do it right
I'll
from
just
the mall?
I'll just put it on loop. Mariah Carey. All I want for Christmas is you.
See, and now all of a sudden I'm happy that I'm not going to be in the Jeep.
What'd you say?
I said, now see, all of a sudden I'm happy that I won't be in the Jeep. Listen to that bogus shit for an
Please,
hour
don't
and
give
a
me that
half.
crap. Baloney. And you sat there and you were dancing and singing with me in the seat. Don't give me your crap. You were too. You were like, all I want for Christmas is you.
Everybody knows that you're lying. Yeah.
Leah says it's true.
So come down, join us tomorrow at the fundraiser, 6 to 8. Would be nice to see people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Christian, thank you for coming in.
Yes.
We
Thanks for having
appreciate
me.
it. And thank you for doing the event up December 21st at
The Barry Auditorium.
Barry Auditorium at what time?
12 to 5.
12 to 5. And I want to say thank you to everybody for watching the 802 Scoop weekly wrap up. Ooh, wait a minute. We got Leah.
Yeah,
We got
she
Leah.
came over
She
to
just
say
came up.
goodbye.
She got stinky breath too, I'm sure. All right. Well, you guys have a lovely evening, and thank you for watching.